Corina wants to talk to Alex, and she says male. Okay, perfect. And we were already on it for her. Okay, I'm just moving some things around so you guys can see. Like I had just said before I hit the recording button, he sounded like he passed tragically before his time, suddenly, unexpectedly. He says one thing led to another. He urges a female to stop taking responsibility. There was no way to be able to say goodbye, and Alex shows me he has a little bit of darker hair, but don't hold me to that fact, because some people are like, everything's right, but he had blonde hair, you know what I'm saying? So, he passed before his time. Wow, he looks like less than 20. He goes, I couldn't catch my breath. So whatever ended up happening here affected his breathing. I did not do an MVP card between the last one, but I'll do one after this. I forgot, whatever. I'm in another dimension. Sue me. All right, please don't. Anyway, so he talks about like breathing, like it almost seemed like we're tootling along, and then let's put it. Okay, you said yes, he's handsome. He was ejected. Okay, let me. I'm gonna get my analogy out. I know you said he was ejected, but here's what it feels like. Okay, analogy. We're up in Minnesota, walking on an ice lake. Okay, and there's a hole in the ice. Let's say an ice fisherman just went there. Okay, here's my analogy. It's like we are walking along, not expecting anything. Then we go through the hole in the ice. The chances of getting back up through the hole in the ice is like a 0. So while we're not in any pain, I'm like trapped under the ice, and I'm having a realization, like it's sunshiny. I know what's about to happen. I'm realizing what's going down, but I'm unable to breathe, and so it just kind of happens. I'm not saying it's like, oh, I'm in pain, I'm suffering, I'm struggling. I'm like, fuck, and then the adrenaline bubbles up, you know? So how did he end up passing? It seems very aware. He also seems very young, like 23, skinny thing, you know? So no pain. No, I don't feel any pain. I feel it's more of a sensation of getting trapped under the freezing cold ice, you know? And so your adrenaline, he's understanding before it happens that there is no essentially escaping the situation. He's aware. He's like, well, fuck, the chances of me getting back up are like 0. So then you have this adrenaline. It's almost like, you know, when you're having a bad dream and like, let's say you're about, something bad's about to happen, but you like go into that numb space, then wake yourself up. Can anyone else do that? I mean, I'm a hell of a medium, so I definitely can, but I feel like you guys can too, at least most of you to some degree, and you go wake yourself up. I think he's realizing that's what's happening, and he kind of like, wakes himself up, you know? Corina. Okay, so remember when he specifically talked right here about a female that is not letting go because she feels like she didn't get a chance to say goodbye? And then you just asked, so first of all, I said he seems 20, and then I said specifically he seems 23. He is 24. In fact, he had just turned 24. And so she also comments and she goes, did he call for me? I am going to say that if I were to tell you yes, you'd be like, oh, I knew it. I just could. So I'm going to say no. It seems like, you know, he may have, I don't know exactly what ends up happening. All I have is the analogy. So where did he get ejected from? Give me a little bit of the story and I'll keep talking, okay? So I would say no, because the second it happens, like we're walking along, floop, right under the ice, right? I think the second it happens, he knows that it's happening, and he wakes himself up. So the concentration is on the process of passing. It's not on desperate reach to get out of the hole, call for your sister, hope you can be saved. There was no fear. There was no pain. It was realization of what's happening and getting through it. This is an intelligent young person, okay? So your mom, Oh my goodness. Okay. So your mom, he was in a vehicle. He was coming home and I thought he fell asleep. Yes, but listen, Mom, because he even said, "Ooh, I got goosebumps all over." He even said, he goes, "You know when you have a bad dream and you realize what's happening, but you have that like numb feeling and then you wake yourself up into it?" Okay, listen. I'm not going to say he didn't fall asleep at the wheel. I'm not going to say he wasn't tired. I mean, I've been nodding off like at the wheel before, and when I was in my early 20s and, I made it home. I didn't even stop to sleep. So you could say we should have stopped all we want, right? But I didn't stop. I made it. I could see based on everything he's saying, like he's just trolling along, right? And then, floop, oh shit. So maybe he does slip into sleep. Maybe you say ejected, I say slip into sleep, no pain, consciousness. Like, yeah, there was no pain. I think you're right. I think he slipped into sleep behind the wheel. That would feel right. It feels more of a within, realize, understanding, sunshiny than him nodding off at the wheel when it's dark outside, He didn't sleep as much because he should have just always, because he was always in a hurry. Well, my ADHD resonates with that. I was always in a hurry. I didn't stop to sleep. I didn't have the same outcome, but I definitely should have stopped to sleep. I'm lucky I didn't have the same outcome, okay? And so at the end of the day, I would have to say that, yes, I think that it's right, but he didn't feel any ejection. He was already out before anything happened. It was all, sunshine for him, no matter how wild the scene was, okay? So all in all, I can't go and tell you he called for you because I think he fell asleep and it was all a very peaceful process and he's okay. I mean, and he even specifically said you were gonna lose it, and he specifically said his age. He says he visits you in dreams. He goes, "It's not enough." Oh, he would come back for your cooking. I'm like, if I were him, I'm just craving spaghetti and lasagna. That's all I can think about. I'm like, oh, spaghetti, lasagna, oh my God, make me fat, mama. Do it. So yeah, I don't know why, but he goes, "That's probably the only thing I miss." Like, okay. She's like, yes. Was he obsessed with spaghetti? Don't even tell me spaghetti is like the hook, line, and sinker of this reading. I can't handle it, okay? So, damn. Well, he wants your sketty. Make sketty. Let him, he goes, "Just let me smell it." He goes, "Of course. Oh, no." Okay, make spaghetti. He just wants to smell it. All right? Make it good, mama. Make a good spaghetti. He couldn't even chew it. He wouldn't even chew it. He just drinks it. Oh, he's like, he doesn't even want to chew it now. He wants to smell it. He wants to smell it. Hilarious. You're like, "Excuse me, quit. You're not even chewing your food." He goes, "I don't even need to eat it. Just make some. I want to smell it." Okay, cool. So have that moment with him. Cook the spaghetti and know that he's right there. Listen to him. Have conversations. It's got to be real for you for it to be real, okay? So I don't know. Yeah, cool. All right. Boys and they're eating and he loves you and he's okay and there was no pain and no, he didn't call for you. He was on his way. He didn't. Love you.